Welcome to the 3026 Breakdown. I am John Lee, and today marks our first official with artwork honoring the Dan Le Batard show, which I blatantly stole this gimmick from. What They Look Like MMA edition for UFC Fight Night 103, Phoenix Rodriguez versus Penn. So super excited to do this because MMA fighters all have pretty different looks, and there is a gold mine of material here in what MMA fighters look like. So let's start with Yair Rodriguez. Does Yair Rodriguez look like a college student who fronts a Smith's cover band and takes it way too seriously? Like, he'll sit there and talk to you about his artistry and Morrissey for, 2 hours after his set, and he'll talk about how he's just channeling, and he's like a conduit. Or does Yair Rodriguez look like a preacher's son who smokes cigarettes and takes girls on his motorcycle? You let me know. I'll post all of these with polls on my Twitter, so you'll have a chance to vote. Does Yair Rodriguez look like a college student who fronts a Smith's cover band and takes it way too seriously, or like a preacher's son who smokes cigarettes and takes girls on his motorcycle? You tell us. Joe Lauzon is funny looking, so I tried to keep these as not mean as possible because Joe Lauzon's a cool dude, seemingly. So does Joe Lauzon look like the Alien logo? Google Alien logo. It used to be a sweatshirt company. They've used the logo on a bunch of stuff. Out here in Vegas, they use it on Alien Farms beef jerky. Joe Lauzon looks exactly like the Alien logo. Or does Joe Lauzon look like the Paul Smith monkey logo? Google that now. And then Photoshop it. Like, if you just stretched the Paul Smith monkey logo a little bit, does Joe Lauzon look like the Paul Smith monkey logo or like the Alien logo? I'm going to go Alien, but we'll put it up in a poll. Ben Saunders. Ben Saunders goes out of his way to be funny looking. So the question here is, what does Ben Saunders look like? Does Ben Saunders look like A, an extra from the barbershop scene of Sweeney Todd? Go watch Sweeney Todd, the shitty Johnny Depp one, and just pause it in the barbershop scene when he's got clients in there. Ben Saunders would fit right in with his mutton chops and bald head and tattoos. Or does Ben Saunders look like the Canadian lumberjack who's out there in the wilderness doing man stuff? I know that's a thing in Canada. They actually have lumberjacks. Alaska, I would also accept, who always wants to talk about CrossFit. Like all the other lumberjacks, they're out there just talking about football or drinking, or I don't know what lumberjacks talk about. I'm not like a manly man, so I wouldn't know. They're not talking about the stuff I'm talking about. So Ben Saunders, he's out there with the lumberjacks. He looks like a lumberjack. He fits in. He's wearing the red flannel shirt, but he always wants to talk about CrossFit. Again, does Ben Saunders look like an extra from the barbershop scene of Sweeney Todd or a lumberjack who always wants to talk about CrossFit? This one's pretty good. This is a really creepy picture. So the question here is, does Oleksiy Oleinik, nailed it, look like the world's creepiest Russian uncle? My friend has a big Russian family, and he has a bunch of uncles, and one of them is super creepy and looks like this dude, except Oleksiy looks a little creepier. World's creepiest Russian uncle, or the world's toughest cab driver. Have you ever gotten in a cab with a dude who just obviously is a cab driver who likes to fight? Oleksiy Oleinik looks like that cab driver, the toughest cab driver in all of Moscow. So does Oleksiy Oleinik look like the world's creepiest Russian uncle or the toughest cab driver in Moscow? This is a great photo, too, with this, Chippendales costume here with Viktor Pesta. I think Viktor Pesta is probably a lot of fun judging on this, and I am all for the outfits, both to walkouts, like the caveman dude in Bellator, and to weigh-ins. I liked Amanda Nunes's lioness head. I'm all for all walkouts, costumes, gimmicks. Love it. Love them all. But that is not what we're here to do. After giving Viktor Pesta props, we must now ask ourselves, does Viktor Pesta look like a down-on-his-luck Chippendale dancer? The guy from Magic Mike 1 who didn't make Magic Mike 2 because he got fat and, knocked up some lady and moved to the suburbs, and then he got divorced, and now he's trying to get back into dancing, but his body's quit and his bird has quit. Or does Viktor Pesta look like that one friend who's 30 years old and still comes to parties in costumes because college, brah? I have that friend. No one likes that friend. No one does. So, again, Viktor Pesta, down on his luck Chippendale dancer, the guy who couldn't quite be in shape enough to make Magic Mike 2, or that one friend who's 33 years old and still comes to parties in costume because college, brah. Let me know. We'll put it on a poll. That's going to bring an end to this edition of What They Look Like. I am John Lee. This is the 3026 breakdown. Be sure to leave a comment letting me know what you think other MMA fighters look like. Wikipedia is a great source, and I'll have another one of these during our next card. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give us a like on YouTube and leave a comment. I'll talk to you soon.